Yeah, got a show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
All right, so Carmelo Anthony's family had a press conference.
Which is weird. Why would they have a press conference?
Well, there says a lot of disinformation out there.
Really? Disinformation or what?
That's what they're claiming. So let's get into this.
Hey, before we get to today's video, don't forget we got a new giveaway. Jeep Rubicon, 10,000 cash. All you got to do to enter is go to our website, officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy on that site, get you in to win.
Yeah, this is Carmelo's mom. She looks young, huh?
Yeah, she looks real young.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What
I already know this he's doing this because he's in it for something.
Yeah.
This is not a family member.
Yeah.
So whenever there's the black community, whoever's speaking, they have most to gain financially from it.
Right.
Whenever you see something happen in the black community, it's always a figurehead, and
they're race hustlers.
Yeah.
Vultures.
What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words.
Yeah, just so you know, Austin Metcalf's father showed up to the press conference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's probably thinking the same thing as the whole nation is. Why are y'all holding a press conference?
Right. And why y'all calling my son these things?
Yeah, these horrible things.
Yeah, y'all saying y'all trying to clear up some disinformation on y'all's end. Maybe he's trying to do the same.
Yeah.
But why are you holding a press conference like Carmelo Anthony is the victim? That's what I can't get over. This whole dynamic is weird.
Hey, I put it like this. This is just black people being black people.
Don't quote
I don't
anybody.
think it's that. I think it's the ninjas being ninjas.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son.
Yeah. He's saying he's disrespecting his own son by showing up there.
Really? I think he's standing up for his son, you moron.
Yeah. I'm going to let this play so y'all can hear it for yourself.
Yeah.
Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf. Because we respect the dignity of life.
I wished Carmelo had respect for the dignity of life.
Exactly. The problem with these people, they don't take their own advice.
Yeah, they don't follow their own logic. They're just hypocrites.
And loss. And as a minister, I will not attack a grieving family.
You just did.
Even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited.
Oh, that's his character.
He knows that
He wasn't invited. Your son wasn't invited into that tent and was asked to leave.
Yeah.
That tent was set up for a certain school. He was from a neighboring school. He should go sit in his team's tent.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're going to call out the fact that he wasn't invited to a press conference?
Yeah. By y'all same logic, Austin Metcalf's father, they actually had to end this press conference until he left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By that same logic, Austin Metcalf's father, y'all was bullying him. He could have stabbed everybody at this press conference.
That's
Because you told him to leave.
Yeah, these people are such hypocrites.
that is inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay?
Okay.
What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case.
Okay, he's just calling out the right. You're not calling out the left?
Yeah. They're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, Austin Metcalf's been painted as this white supremacist who was bullying Karmelo. I've heard stories where they say the twins ganged up on him
Yeah.
and was bullying him.
Yeah. There was a prior incident. They was at a party and he broke it. The twins broke his phone.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony's phone.
Yeah. And I just want to mention this. Even if this is the case, we have First Amendment right in this country.
Yeah.
Just because someone's criticizing the family's actions doesn't make them white supremacists.
Or wrong, or
Yeah.
doing something horrible.
Y'all have the right to express your opinions. We have the right to express ours.
Yeah.
It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here,
How many times you gonna
popular
say that?
and
Yeah.
unpopular. So regardless of what going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it.
I've been hearing reports where Austin Metcalf had a lot of drugs in his system, and that's what caused him to do what he did that day.
Yeah.
It's over, like steroids or something.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen people posting crazy stuff.
False autopsy reports.
Yeah,
He had drugs in his system.
yeah.
But of course we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a black man, as a father, as a protector,
As a black man.
community, and children.
How about just as a man?
Yeah.
What's black got to do with
Well,
it?
what does your skin color have to do anything with you being a man?
Yeah.
You're just a man.
Yeah.
A very stupid man, but you're a man.
There are 4 critical points I must address today, and I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family. The Karmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
The family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this.
This dude talked too slow.
But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false, lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Karmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team.
Why does he keep bringing this? Let me look this up. What does
He
he
just
keep?
said that like 6 times.
Yeah.
All you have to do is state it one time where you're from and what organization you represent. Why does this dude keep repeating the same organization over
Here it
and
is.
over and over?
Here it is. The Next Generation Action Network.
Oh, look to the right, Keith. Look in the right-hand corner. You see that, everybody? It's a donate button.
Oh, so this is his version of Black Lives Matter.
That's why he keeps saying it over and over and over. That's why we told y'all at the beginning of this video, usually when there's a tragedy, somebody in the black community is going to be a vulture, and they're going to stand to gain financial from this. That's why he keeps repeating this organization over and over. I don't even think he really gives a crap about this family. He's trying to tell everybody about this organization he's with.
Yeah.
He wants your donations.
Yeah, I'm going to click the donate button. Look, donate. Don't even work.
Well, I guess you have to go to these sites. Blank. Well, there you go. Look, They just set this website. It
You know,
don't even
how
work.
long has this website been up? It don't even work, the donate button.
Click donate again. His donate button sends you to his Twitter. You click it. Once you click Twitter, it sends you to his Twitter. His donate button don't even work.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, this is.
He don't even know how to set up a website.
The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative.
Thanks a lot, Captain
The
Obvious.
family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process.
Wait a minute.
But if
Stop it.
anybody-
So this is what they're trying to clear up, that they're not using that money to buy
The
houses and
donations.
cars.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look,
Yeah.
look, that money is allowing them to free up their other money in their own personal bank accounts to spend it more freely.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you don't think it's a coincidence that they're like moved into this $800,000
Yeah, because
house?
now they have the money to splurge on that because they don't have to pay for their legal fees. They didn't have to pay anything for their bail. So yeah, they can splurge because
Yeah.
the extra money that they have now available in a bank account, they don't have to spend it on a lawyer.
Yeah, I
they don't
heard-
have to spend it on bail because that's already been taken care of for them.
Yeah, because them donations. Yeah, I don't know. I guess more information is gonna come out about what they're doing with the donations. But he's telling everybody that this is a coincidence that they moved into this $850,000 house and he's renting it, and then they I don't know how they bought an Escalade as well.
Yeah, $150,000 car,
Yeah, and it's just a coincidence that you're buying it right now after you got all these donations.
and you living in a house that where only rich people live. What kind of house did you live in before? What kind of car did you drive before?
Yeah.
Of course, this money that you're getting from Gibson.
Well,
whatever
maybe,
the
maybe it's
organization-
not, Kevin. Let's wait till all the facts come
It's
out.
allowing them to take the money they have. They don't have to worry about spending on his legal fees.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to use his money to spend on his bail because didn't his bail get reduced? And some
It got reduced, and I don't think they had to pay anything. I think somebody else
Yeah.
paid the bill or something like that. They didn't have to pay any money.
well,
I
yeah.
don't know. That might be disinformation. I don't know. That's what I've seen online. But let me see what else is
Everybody
going on.
know
Let's see what he
about
got to
this
say.
process. They know that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call, give, send, go, everybody in the media in these news outlets that I've never heard before could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay?
I keep on.
So that's
Look,
what-
I don't care. Like Kyle Rittenhouse, they raised money. The guy that the subway in New York, he strangled that one kid to death by trying to restrain him. What was his name? Daniel Penny. They was able to raise money. I don't have any problem someone raising money
For their defense.
if they're being persecuted. Y'all are raising money for a dude who got in a verbal altercation and stabbing kids. There's a distinction. There's a huge difference between Kyle Rittenhouse, Daniel Penny, and Karmelo Anthony.
Yeah, as far as we know, no punches were thrown.
Yeah.
But a knife was put in that kid's chest.
I don't care who's donating to Karmelo Anthony's fund. What we're saying is, I think it's grotesque that somebody would support this.
Yeah.
No one said that they shouldn't, or no one is trying to influence somebody not to donate.
Yeah. At least we're not.
Yeah.
I believe you should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear.
Yeah, make
This
it clear.
family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fake
All
ones. Remember that? I
of
remember
the
that.
funds that were raised on the GoFundMe.
Yeah, we already knew that. It was a bunch of them up there.
Yeah.
So,
They don't give, sing,
Well-
go.
yeah, he's trying to add credibility to what he's saying by bringing up that topic that
Right.
everybody already knows. Because, I mean, it was like 5, 6 GoFundMes.
Right. But it wasn't there.
Yeah. I get that, but he's using that to validate what he's saying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we already knew that.
Yeah, but his family started that Give, Sing, Go.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all fraud.
Look at this fool.
Knocking over stuff. Look at you.
Yeah, I got you.
Damn clown. You damn clown is what she is. Well, why you fixing that? Once you shout out your organization again. You done said it like 500 times.
All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud. Okay?
We know that.
The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to 11,000. So a post about anything
Why is he even
that
bringing this up?
stated that GoFundMe.
Like when you tell the truth about one thing, you usually believe everything else a person says. So
Right.
this is why he's bringing this up. He's trying to give himself credibility.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing.
Took everything down regarding Karmelo Anthony. That was at the request of the family and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense. Okay?
Okay.
Since this tragedy unfolded, the Anthony family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to their safety. People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed, online and in person. This is not just about Karmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds.
What?
But let me
They fighting for justice, Kevin.
That is crazy. Did he say that?
say this loud and clear. We are not scared. We
He
are
ain't
not
saying
moving.
anything that's clear.
Yeah.
We will not be silent. What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network,
Say it again.
we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our
The
people.
oppressor?
We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children. The Next Generation
What?
Action Network has stood on both
Say it
sides
again.
of the fence in ensuring that justice
Can you pause
is served.
Oh, let Black.
Now, getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to share.
Dude, you didn't say your network. Well, you got your donate button up. You said your network.
Well, you said it like 20 times.
We get it.
We get it. You're the right network or something. Hey, who in that right mind would condone that child taking a knife to school or a knife to a social gathering at a school to protect himself once he's been told to leave or because you have a disagreement with somebody? Who is condoning that? Who in that right mind would condone that with a high IQ higher than 5? That's not your right.
Yeah, and it should. Could you imagine it if that's the precedent? How many people would die over simple arguments?
Yeah.
Well, what would you say? That sets a horrible precedent what y'all doing.
Yeah.
With the
Let's let
public
this play.
today. And I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother and once I make this statement, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
There's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged in communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Karmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student.
How about the school district?
We have asked several times. We didn't just rush. We have had these conversations over the last several days. And we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Karmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Karmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate. Okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Karmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation.
Now, I don't know how true
Sucks to be him.
Yeah, I don't know how true this is. Maybe this is disinformation. That he was reprimanded by his school for bringing a knife before this happened. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Might be disinformation, but that's what I heard online.
Right,
so I
right.
don't know how true that is, but I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
But I think the school has the right
Yeah.
to expel somebody for some horrible event like this.
Yeah. I remember I was on the basketball team. Black kid brought a gun and he robbed me after basketball practice. Very next day, they expelled him.
Yeah.
It
was before basketball practice.
Yeah, before basketball.
Yeah.
No, it was after.
It was before we was going into practice, Kevin.
Whatever. Before, after, who cares?
Yeah,
The dude pulled a gun on me. Next day in school, I'm in the principal. What happened? I'm saying that Negro pulled a gun on me. They expelled him.
Yeah.
He didn't even kill me. He didn't fire me. He didn't shoot the fire. He didn't fire the firearm or anything, right?
Yeah.
This dude actually killed somebody. And you trying to say that
At a school
the
event.
school is not justified in expelling him. That is crazy talk.
Yeah.
That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say.
It's push off the blame. They're to be blamed for what happened, not Karmelo Anthony.
Well, what else is new with black folks?
As many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all.
Is this dude blaming this on the weather?
Yeah. And you know, weatherman, not all weather reports are not accurate sometimes. Sometimes
It's like a thunderstorm. They pop up.
Yeah.
do that research.
Maybe
Because
tell
as a
Karmelo
person
not to
who-
bring a knife to a track meet.
Yeah.
That's where the blame should be put, not on the weather.
How about telling Karmelo to walk away if somebody asks him to leave in a place that he shouldn't be to begin with?
No, it's the weather's fault.
is the administrator of your children. You are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So
I'm pretty sure it's against school policy to bring a knife.
Yeah, and stab somebody.
Just having a knife, I'm pretty
Thank
sure.
God you don't work at the school district.
the Next Generation Action Network, outside
Say
of
it
the legal
again.
process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Karmelo Anthony. Okay? So
What rights is he not being afforded?
Yeah, he hasn't lost any rights. Actually, he's been privileged to be out on bail right now. He's very privileged to have, what, $350,000 in his Give, Sing, Go or whatever? Y'all bought a
I think it's close to 500.
y'all able to take your money because they Give, Sing, Go. Y'all don't have to spend y'all's money on legal defense. Y'all can splurge on a Cadillac, rent a bigger new house. I mean, y'all very privileged. Most people wouldn't have that.
So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public. We will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office
They're going to protest.
because this is outright wrong. You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect.
That is crazy. He's talking about all this respect at the beginning of the press conference. You're disrespecting Austin Metcalf,
Yeah.
saying these outrageous things. You disrespecting that entire family, the things that you're saying.
And the school district.
But
And the judicial system.
he started out talking about respect
Yeah.
and going after the Austin Metcalf's father's character.
Yeah, that kid should not be out on bail. I don't care what his criminal record is. What he did was so heinous, he shouldn't have been afforded bail.
And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the records, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the 4th, and let me repeat this.
Got some shoes just like
so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department.
Oh man, come
Next Generation Action Network.
Yeah, that's why he's there.
Yeah, to promote his website.
It's a
non-profit.
In my opinion, it's a grift.
Yeah, it is a grift. It's just it's Black Lives Matter rebranded as Next Generation Action Network. That don't even make any sense. Next Generation Action Network.
You know what?
Established in 2014.
You know what? Why it sounds so ridiculous?
Yeah.
He wanted the Next Generation Network, but I bet you somebody already had that. So he put the Action Network in there.
Yeah, that's what happened.
The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent. I know you know this is all law.
Are you going to tell the left to do that as well?
Yeah. Why are you just talking to the right? Nobody agrees with this.
It's because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to. Okay? We can't talk about it. So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about people that was indirect. They're minors. Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all. Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN inbox. Do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important.
I know what's going through his head right now. Like, he's got his whole speech laid out. He's got it on paper. Right now, he lost his train of thought. He done lost his train of thought. So he's trying to remember what he's supposed to say, and he keeps going over this, stating the obvious. Yeah. I've done this on stage. People probably wasn't, aware of what was going on, but I forgot my joke. And I keep talking. Yeah, I keep talking. Charles, man, okay, came back to me. And now I said the joke. That's what happened to him. He lost his train of thought. He's up in here at this podium with Action Network written all over, and he's trying to remember what he's supposed to say.
Yeah.
To do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world. Everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
It ain't came back
Nobody,
to him yet.
Unless you want to be sued.
Sued.
You release one of those 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds name, the law of this land tells you what was going to happen to you.
What?
Okay?
I can't say anything.
So don't ask that
Karmelo
question.
Anthony use his likeness?
Yeah.
Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker.
Oh my God.
I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. don't know anything about her until we were notified that she.
You ain't even got to know. Y'all both the same shade.
Y'all know that she is a Republican judge. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, that's.
She's supposedly a Republican judge. That's why I say when I look at females, they call themselves Republican. Nah, they the textbook example of a rhino.
Yeah, Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah.
Like she always votes like with the liberals and the progressives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you conservative on paper,
Yeah.
but when it comes down to it, no, you're not.
She was going to hear the writ. But the ugly attacks on her just shows Black America that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America.
The black struggle.
This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She
black
put
struggle.
herself through school, she raised her family, she did everything. I'm a registered Democrat, proud.
Really? Didn't know that.
You're proud to be a Democrat.
You're proud to be a Democrat at this point in time?
I'm the chair of the Dallas County
You know
Democrat.
what? Look how crazy the left is. They got senators going overseas to El Salvador to try to retrieve a damn gang member
Illegal immigrant.
that's been deported from our government. How crazy, and he still says he's a Democrat.
Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman.
Let me just go to the family. No.
And to call her leftist is just downright the bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice.
No, it's based on judgment.
Yeah.
It's subjective. Like, look what happened to the cop, George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he overdosed on drugs, and look what his bail was.
Yeah. Look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He's actually attacked.
Yeah.
Attacked.
Yeah. And this dude stabs to death a kid at a track meet at a public school event because he felt like his life was in danger. Well,
Because he was totally evil. I think it's highly appropriate to give that person bail of $1 million.
yeah,
Practice.
it's
If
subjective.
Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson,
Oh my God.
Karmelo Anthony can get a $250,000. If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond
It came back to him.
when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards,
I never heard of these cases.
all white officers,
Oh, white police
why
officers.
couldn't Karmelo Anthony be entitled, a child with no background, no
I bet you, and you have never heard of these stories. I bet you they were, I don't know, I'm speculating.
I don't know the circumstance behind it.
Yeah, I don't know the circumstances. So if it was anything that was credible,
Yeah.
the way you're spinning it,
Yeah.
everybody would know about it.
Yeah, about these cases, yeah.
Yeah.
criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none whatsoever, be placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense.
No, thank you.
It's consistency.
You don't get it.
It's consistent with practice.
No, thank you. You're not a
After
judge.
this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until
Good.
this trial. We will not speak to the media again after.
Ain't nobody trying to talk to y'all.
Y'all shouldn't be holding a press conference. If anybody should be holding a press
Okay.
conference, it should be off the Metcalf.
Don't
Square.
ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be separate from the legal process because we want to make sure
Civil.
that Karmelo Anthony's due process. This is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So,
What?
under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know.
You got to be brain dead to think a grand jury is not.
Hey, you think a grand jury could say, yeah, he had the right to do that, and No, it's not up to a grand jury. They just need probable cause to take it to trial.
Yeah, he's going to be indicted.
That's in
if
the
he hasn't
district
already
attorney's
been.
hands. Okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things, and we will not be talking about the legal process
He tired of
regarding this
standing up
case.
there.
Okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know. I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby. You ain't gotta inbox to me, you ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony.
Oh.
I don't have to prove anything to nobody.
Nobody's asking you to.
I am a proven testimony standing here
Of what?
that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story.
That's good. I like that.
That's good. I like that.
But you need to apply
I'm
that
gonna
to
bring
what you're
this
doing.
mother,
You defended a
Kayla
murderer.
Hayes,
Thou shalt
and
not
it has
kill you.
taken
You
her-
remember that?
a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do
that's
this
a mother?
today.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's his father.
And I want you guys to
And I'm thinking this guy
respect
put them up to doing
her as
this.
she read
Of
this.
course. They shouldn't be
Giving
doing this.
her
Yeah, of course. This is all his idea. Yeah, this looks horrible.
Respect that she deserves, y'all.
He did this to shout out his network. Yeah.
Who was running this
Good
case?
afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband worked hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom,
I mean, your voice is shaking. Can you imagine what the Metcalf family is going through?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. If you
I
still have your
made it
son.
my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
Yeah, of course
The
you did. Your
lies
son
and
did.
false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats.
So this is not his dad right here.
This is crazy.
Hey, so this is not his dad. I don't know who this is.
Who is it?
It's weird that the dad's not there.
Yeah.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her.
Hey, can you pause it? Your son killed somebody.
Yeah. Do you believe? I mean, I'm sure there's some.
I'm sure these threats are credible, but y'all up here having a press conference crying about it, what your son did? I mean, come on, you up there crying. You still have your son.
I mean, have they filed police reports though?
Yeah, you can't even say these things are true.
Yeah, you really can't.
And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the gift sent.
You know what this guy say? This other commentator, I'm not gonna mention him. He said the reason why they didn't buy it is because that family's gonna get sued.
Right.
For wrongful death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They're
can't-
going to be on the hook civilly.
Yeah.
So they just rent it instead
Right.
and just set up some. I don't know. That's the claim he made.
Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw
This is
funds.
crazy. Wiping tears off her face.
And it still takes several days
That's
to
gotta be
receive
a
those
daddy.
funds
That's gotta
once
be
the
a daddy.
request is made.
Yeah, won't you give?
I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before
You know
a
what?
fair trial.
Pause it real quick.
Our
Y'all look
son
like,
deserves-
you know what? From looking at his parents, y'all look like good
That's not
parents.
his dad.
Who is that?
I don't think that's the dad.
That's the mother.
That's the mother. But I don't
Well,
think.
the mother doesn't come off like a ghetto ratchet, booty shaking twerker.
Well, Karmelo had like high GPA.
Yeah, yes. So it came from a good family, but your son made a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
That only a person with a 1.9 GPA should make. I don't know what the hell was going through that boy's head.
Mm-hmm.
He should have never had that
Should
night.
have just walked away. That's all they wanted.
Yeah.
Have the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
Yeah, I'm about
He's
to
been
cut this
raised
off.
in a two-parent home with
Yeah, cut it
structure,
off. I'm tired of looking at this.
stability, love,
I'm
and we
tired of
put
this.
God first in everything that we do.
No,
We
you
believe in the
didn't.
Constitution.
God first?
We
Taking a
believe in
knife
the
to a
laws of
track
this
meet?
state.
Well,
but
that's a
those
kid.
laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
You crazy. I ain't
We ask for your
doing that.
continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
I don't know who this.
Y'all-
That can't be the father. It looked like he would say something if it was the father, Kevin.
It's got to be the father.
No, that's a stand-in.
I'm gonna show something up of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields. Never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things
Why you
that
got it
led to the
redacted
father
for?
being here.
Yeah.
Political operatives motivating this family with hate.
Political operatives, and you got the whole thing redacted?
Carmelo Anthony posted on something,
What is it?
That
can't
shows-
see.
Oh, it's Daniel Penny.
posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this.
Who is this lady?
I don't know.
Sarah. She's even came after me. She's
What'd she
even
do?
said all of those things.
What'd she say?
I mean, he's criticizing, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But why you have everything redacted? Won't you read verbatim what the woman said?
yeah.
And now that the public knows exactly what is going on,
I don't know what's going on. You
I
didn't tell us.
asked, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy,
Ain't nobody trying to prevent you.
he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had,
Oh, here we go.
Daniel Penna, and
Penna.
all of the people
Man, your name is
who
Penny.
have
It's Penny.
claimed whatever their
Daniel
defense
Penna.
was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the
Penna.
public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back.
You fat
We
in
got
the
that.
back. In
And
the
he
back.
raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody says anything.
Oh,
Man, how
So,
you comparing Kyle Rittenhouse case to this? If you can try to compare these two cases and say they are the same, you have an IQ less than 50.
They trying to come for us. I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund.
I guess that's the
The
dad.
disinformation
That's
that
gotta
was
be a
put
fault.
out was literally deliberate to
That could
prevent
clean.
you from helping this family. And I want
Man,
you
this is
to
crazy.
give
Y'all
overwhelming
y'all holding a
support to
press
show
conference.
them The community
This is
united
nuts.
can never.
This whole press conference is to gain sympathy for their son.
How can you gain sympathy?
Yeah,
Want
I mean
empathy
that's what
for
they're
your-
doing. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they want empathy for that boy
Can
who stabbed
never-
a kid at a
can
track
never
meet.
Yeah.
I
be
never do that.
Divided. And I'm gonna say this again, and this is for everybody.
The Action News Network.
Black
agents-
people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what
Wow.
we live as a reality every day.
because of the person in the White House.
Go back. Let me hear it again.
That is nuts.
While the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, black people in America don't have
the
to
White
pull
House.
the race card. It's
That
what
is
we live
crazy.
as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children.
This is their own cameraman. Because who does this? Like
Yeah.
that whole press conference?
Yeah.
It's
They are just trying to
like I just said.
use public opinion. They want some jurors to see this, some future jurors to see this, and have some
Jurors.
empathy
Yeah.
and sympathy for that family.
Yeah.
That's why would you scan in on this?
Yeah.
And why would you have a press conference to begin with?
Yeah. But he said he's painting the president as like some racist.
Yeah.
Children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it.
Yeah, it's something really
Man,
wrong. I'm starting to think Scott Adams was right. It is something wrong
Hey.
with the black man's mind.
He's talking like it's 1930 out here. Jim Crow is alive.
Man,
Listen,
I'm reminded all the time that I'm a black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even
man, I
with
had
the
enough of this.
information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we
patronize.
have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums.
that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. Y'all holding a press conference like y'all lost a child. This is simply ridiculous.
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah, when this case starts, I can only imagine what the attorney, how they're going to paint that kid, Austin Metcalf.
They're gonna go after that kid. They're gonna attack that kid that lost his life.
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna
gonna-
paint him as a white supremacist, a racist, guaranteed.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the
whole family. Yeah, they're gonna do the whole family
They're
like
gonna do
that.
the whole family. They're gonna tear them to pieces. Like they are some evil, demented family.
Yeah. These people, Trump said it best. These are some sick people.